You're listening to the Kim D. Snyder Show, episode number 041. In this episode, you will discover leadership lessons from my soccer coach.
Welcome to the Kim D. Snyder Podcast.
Welcome. I'm your host, Kim. This show is for professional development for business leaders. Let's get this party started and let's talk about the lessons I learned from my soccer coach, my junior high soccer coach, my high school soccer coach, and my mom. This is going to be an emotional episode as I just lost my mom. And I wanted to share the lessons that I learned from her as I'm thinking about her and how they've applied to my leadership. The first one is that delegation. Oh my gosh, my mom was the queen of delegation, and not only did her students and her faculty know it, but we and her other family cousins knew it. And that used to be the joke. My mom's name was Valerie or Val, and we used to joke saying, what is Val going to delegate? My mom had this unique, amazing gift about getting people to do stuff all of the time, and they would never push back, and everybody would gladly help. And so it was very nice to watch her do that, and I have been learning those skills much better and more recently as well. The second thing that my mom taught me, my soccer coach, my junior high coach, was a solid foundation. My mom started teaching before I was born, and then after I was born, she stopped to take care of me. And when she went back, she was a PE teacher again, and she started coaching my soccer teams and my basketball teams. But I'm talking specifically about soccer here. And she understood the basics. She understood how to do well in the game. You had to know the basics. You had to know how to pass and dribble and trap, be in shape, understand the basic strategy of the game. And I have taken that today, and I use that from the past and today as having a really strong foundation. I think that people overlook having the basics, having that really strong foundation before you move on and do all the fancy stuff, before you put the bells and whistles on. You can't talk about fancy strategy if you don't understand the basics of the game. And my mom was really good at that. So not only was she a player, but she also was a coach, and she could convey that information. Another thing that my mom taught me was consistency, and she was tough and fair. And all the students knew that. They knew if you were going to Mrs. Nelson's PE class, she was not going to take any crap from you. And it's funny because that's what some of my coaching clients come to me for, is get stuff done, don't take any crap. Well, I get that from my mom. My mom did not bend. The students knew which teacher to go to when they were going to ask stuff. If they want to try to bend the rules, they were not going to my mom, and I'm very similar. So I do remember also when my mom would be out and kids would come up to her when, we were at the store, the restaurant doing errands. They would almost always remark on how they were glad that she didn't let them get away with that. So that was a good thing. One of the last things that I learned from my mom is how to stay fresh and mix it up. She moved from Canada to Oklahoma to go to college because she didn't want to work, and she had the ability to go to school. Her family was very fortunate, and she could go to college, and she picked Oklahoma. So she just changed her scenery. She also did that when she was a PE teacher in junior high. She added a section called AVID, which is Advancement via Individual Determination. She would also take a track where she would run a track meet or start that. She would start a special program or event. She would do these items to keep things fresh and keep learning and keep mixing it up. I hope that you are learning from your coaches, your Girl Scout, Boy Scout leaders, your club. I hope you're getting these same lessons from your childhood and from your parents. If so, I would love to hear your comments. So please post them below wherever you're watching or listening to this. For the show notes for this episode, please go to kimdsnyder.com/041. Thank you for listening. See you on the next episode.